Welcome back to 90s Bball Cards. Jake Roy here. So today we've got another fun walk down memory lane, but this time we're really looking at one of the iconic Jordan insert cards. One of the ones that I think just about every Jordan collector either covets or has in their collection, and also has some condition sensitive properties to it. So let's get right in and talk about the cards. So today what we have for you are some packs of 90, 394 Fleer Ultra. These are Series 1 and these are hobby packs. So you might remember back when I went to the East Coast National in New York, I got a bunch of packs. So I had ripped open the Fleer Ultra Series 2 on Instagram. I shared that on my story, pulled some fun stuff in that. I also grabbed some of the Series 1 packs when I was there. So I got these for a phenomenal deal. And the really exciting thing in these is a couple of Jordan inserts, but the specific one that we're looking at is the Scoring Kings that, not only can you get Jordan, but you can get Shaq in his second year, David Robinson, a lot of the big stars. So that's really the chase card, and that was one of the first big chase cards. Really 92, 93 Topps had one, and this was the first one that Fleer produced. And Fleer went on to make some great insert sets. So this is really an iconic card of a company that isn't in existence anymore. So a lot of fun history behind this set and some of the cards that are in it. So let's get a closer look and talk about some of the fire that we could pull. Alright, so here's a couple PC items. So two of the inserts that I don't have here, I'm not really going to focus on today. We can get all NBA and all rookie team cards. 1 in 16 for all NBA, 1 in 24 for all rookie. Nothing exciting there. There is an all NBA card of Jordan. It's about a $5 card. Really wanted to talk about these because I have done a pack opening of these in the past where I talked more about all the inserts. So first here we have got the KARL Malone career highlight. So this was a all KARL Malone insert set, which is kind of, in hindsight, a little bit of a funny player to pick, but he was a big star, prolific player for the Jazz at that point, and really kind of up and coming. In the NBA, people were expecting him to do really great things, and he did do a lot of great things in his career. So these are 1 in 16, but this isn't exactly what I wanted to highlight. There are autographed versions of this card that are extremely rare. So the set has a number of different cards, but there are only 2,000 of the autographed versions. They're randomly inserted. They don't have pack odds. It's just there's 2,000 of them. They aren't serial numbered. They do have a stamp, a Fleer stamp for authenticity. So technically, since there's nothing different about the front of the card or the back of the card, the back just has a little bit of write-up about what they're highlighting for KARL Malone at that point in time. But there's nothing else differentiating this. So you could technically go and get KARL Malone to autograph one of these and say it's one of the pack pulled ones. But to make sure that they differentiated from this, Fleer did put a stamp on it. I don't know where on the card it would end up, but that was how you would authenticate it. And later on, when the Skybox autographic set came out, you saw them use the same thing to authenticate cards as stamping them. So I would love to pull one of those. Like I said, 2,000 of them. It's really rare, especially considering how many of these sets and copies they had printed. So pulling one of those would be really exciting. And then really the cream of the crop here, like we talked about at the beginning, is the Scoring King. So here we have a Michael Jordan, and these are 1 in 36 packs. You can only pull them in the hobby packs. So that's something to make sure, and I'll show you when we look at the packs, these ones do say, they don't say hobby, but they do say Scoring Kings on them. But this is one of those cards that every Jordan collector, if they don't have, they want to have, or they're trying to get, from what I've seen. I can't speak for everybody, but just about everybody that I've talked to, this is one of those first cards that people fall in love with for Jordans. It's one of the early insert cards that created the chase card, and it was really the first card that had this lightning bolt. This is a thing that doesn't really correlate with basketball, but was very popular for some reason to have lightning bolts on cards in the 90s. So I don't know what the draw to having lightning bolts in basketball cards was, but it was a very popular thing after this set came out. They also have some foil over the card, which makes it pretty condition sensitive, and foil became very popular and something that a lot of collectors really liked. So these was some of the trends that we're starting right here with this card. So like I said, Jordan is the guy. This card is roughly $150, maybe $200 raw, but if you get one that grades well, if it gems, you're talking considerable amount more than that, because these are so condition sensitive. It's, you know, really impressive to get something that grades out that well. So really cool card here. You know, and I also like the back. The back is pretty cool, how they still had some foil on there, the foil numbers. You don't see that in every card, especially in the early 90s. In the late 90s, you saw a little bit more of attention paid to the back, but you know, they carried through the lightning bolt. So I think they did a good job here with the back, considering when this card came out. So that's what I would love to pull the Jordan. I'd love to pull any of the Scoring Kings at 1 in 36 packs. They're hard cards to pull. Basically, there were 1 per box when this set came out. But the Jordan specifically would be really exciting. So let's get right in and hope we get some fire. All right, so here we've got 5 packs. We've got 14 cards per pack. You can see right down here, they highlight all of the things. They really highlighted the KARL Malone, but you can see it says Scoring Kings right down here. So that's how you can be sure, if you're looking at buying a pack, that the Scoring Kings will be in that offering potentially. So that's how you know if it's hobby or not. I am expecting a considerable amount of sticking on these. Hopefully we don't pull any inserts that get damaged from that, but the other series that we got at the East Coast National Show did have a lot of sticking as well. So let's get right in. All right, we got Adam Keefe, not too bad on the sticking so far. Tim Hardaway. Looks like we might have a rookie in here. Bill Lambier. Yep, there we go with a Vin Baker rookie. Very nice. Who do we have there? Ronald Hodge. A little more sticking. Danny Ferry. Bill Cartwright. Kenny Gaddison. Sherman Douglas. Dwayne Farrell. Another rookie with Sam Cassell. Chris Gatling. Joe Dumars. And LaFonso Ellis. Very nice. All right, pack number 2. Oh, all right. Just destroyed that pack, but all right. Mark Eaton. Charles Smith. Oliver Miller. Steve Smith. Blue Edwards. Patrick Ewing, nice. Bobby Hurley rookie. Tragedy that he wasn't healthy. Sean Kemp, very good. Cliff Robinson. Tom Gugliotta. We've got Jay Humphreys. John Starks. Mark West. And Dwayne Farrell again. All right, no hits yet. Pack number 3. Nice Larry Johnson. Love Grandma back in the day. We've got Danny Manning. Latrell Sprewell. Rick Smits. Gerald Wilkins. Scottie Pippen, getting closer to Jordan. We've got Mark Bryant, Loy Vaught, Grant Long, Sam Mitchell, Vlade Divac, Hall of Famer, Mark Jackson, Billy Owens, Detlef Schrempf. Right. All right, still looking for a hit. Another Sam Cassell rookie. I realize I haven't been putting the rookies with the rookies. Baby Jordan, getting closer to a Jordan. That's Harold Miner. Pooh Richardson. We've got Sam Bowie, close to a Jordan again. Danny Manning. Latrell Sprewell. Rick Smits, I've seen these players before. Gerald Wilkins. Scottie Pippen. They're teasing us. Mark Bryant. Loy Vaught. We've got Grant Long. Sam Mitchell. and Vlade Divac. All right, last pack. All right, Cliff Robinson. Oh, I see something that looks a little different. Tom Gugliotta. No. John Starks isn't different. Jay Humphries, John Starks, Mark West, George Lynch rookie, Lee Mayberry, Anthony Mason, Kevin Johnson, Derek McKee, Rod Strickland, we've got Buck Johnson, Jeff Malone, David Robinson. All right, you know what? We're going to do a little bit of overtime. I've got 92, 93 Fleer. I've just got one pack, so let's see if maybe we can get something in here. Oh, look at that. Insert right on the top. So we've got an award winners of Detlef Schrempf. Could have gotten a Jordan. That's all right. Greg Anthony, Sam Bowie, Derek Coleman, Mookie Blaylock, Kenny Anderson, rookie of Big Shot Bob, Robert Ory. We've got Victor Alexander, Robert Parrish, Kevin McHale. We've got a lot of Celtics in here. Reggie Lewis, another Celtic, Joe Klein. Wow. Kevin Gamble, and another Detlef Schrempf, back-to-back, front and back. All right, so you guys saw the pack, so we didn't pull either the KARL Malone autograph or a Scoring Kings like we were looking for. The best pull that we had, came in that little bit of overtime with that Detlef Schrempf award winners, interestingly enough. And an interesting story that I learned about Fleer. So when Fleer was first creating the Fleer Ultra set back in 1992, they were originally going to name it Fleer Elite, but Donruss was actually going to print with their new Elite set. So right before Fleer was going to print their new Fleer Elite, they found that out and they stopped printing, and they really quickly had to change the name to something different to differentiate themselves. So they ended up picking Fleer Ultra because it's kind of similar to Elite, but more so because both words, Elite and Ultra, only have 5 letters. So they could really quickly change the logo. They didn't have to change any other graphics on the cards. So it was really something that was built out of necessity and just out of convenience for it fitting in the logo. So I thought that was kind of an interesting thing I wanted to share with you, kind of a fun story from the 90s. So originally it would have been Fleer Elite, and then we ended up with Fleer Ultra, which went on for many years with many great insert sets that a lot of people really loved. So interesting little tidbit there. So that's what we got. And like I said, we didn't get a Scoring Kings. This is a great card, in my opinion, for a lot of Jordan collectors. I think that the picture could be a little bit better because I would have loved, if he's a Scoring King, there should be a ball at least in the picture, maybe him shooting or dunking. He's going up for finger roll, but you can't see the ball, so I think that's kind of interesting. But my question of the day for you, so like we had said at the beginning, I was really hoping we would pull a Jordan Scoring Kings, but it would be nice to get any Scoring Kings. So if you're opening packs or boxes and there's a card like this that you are searching for, would you rather pull no Scoring Kings if you don't get a Jordan, or would you rather pull a Scoring King of a different player? So if there's an insert set, would you rather get none, or would you rather get a player that's not the player you're looking for? So drop that down in the comments below. I know for me, I would love to get any player. I always would prefer to get my player, but if I have the option between getting a different player or no insert, I'd go with a different player. So that's just my personal answer. But drop down in the comments what your preference would be, whether you would want a insert card of a different player other than who you want, or if you want no insert card at all. So as always, thanks for joining me and watching these videos and discussing our great hobby. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. Hit the bell icon so you don't miss any videos in the future. New videos like this will drop on Wednesdays, and any bonus content will drop on Fridays. Thanks.